Good day, good day guys, being here again. So last time we did this using the first method, modeling place, but today I'm going to talk about adaptive family. Okay, so let's start. So first I'm going to, so these are just, I had some experiment, so I'm going to just delete them. And also I'm going to delete all these. They are the part of that adaptive family. So, okay. So let's start. So first we're going to create a new family. So generic model, adaptive. Okay, so in this family, we need two adaptive points. So place 2 points and make them adaptive. Okay, so then we need some height. So a point, draw on world plan, set world plan, pick on the horizontal world plan and place onto the point. Do it again, set world plan, place pick the horizontal world plan, place onto the point. Now select the 2 points we just placed and just give it a height. I'll just type in 9 meter for now. And also we can change, we can give it a parameter, we can create a parameter for this, so we can change it later in the project. Okay, so now we can select these 2 points and create a reference line. Create a spline through points and make it reference line. Spline through points, make it reference line. Spline through points and make it reference line. Okay, so now we have the main shape. Okay, so the main shape, and then the next step is we're going to okay, I think we're going to let me think. Okay, so we are going to let's maybe just create this the main frame first. So it's very simple. We can just place a point onto the use drawn face onto this reference line anywhere. Okay, so we can you can place onto here or here or here, and then reference circle, draw on world plan, set world plan, pick this world plan and just draw a circle. So for this one I'm not sure, maybe just make it something like this. Okay, 200 mil radius, 400 diameter. Then select this profile together with this frame, so we can create a frame. So this is the main structure. So if you need to change the size, you can just go back here, so change the size. Okay, so this is the main structure. So the next step is we're going to place these little triangular frame. So I think we can do them. Okay, so because it will be multiple of them, so it's easier. So if we create a family, create an adaptive family, and then so we can place them quite easily. So rather than just place one and copy and try to paste. So first we need to go create another adaptive family. Okay, another one. So in this new adaptive family, we need to place 1 point. Okay, make it adaptive, and then we need to place a point. You draw world plan, set world plan, pick the vertical world plan. So see this one, place it and place it onto the point. Now select this point, I'll just offset. So here we have option to create a parameter, so we can later control the offset. So for example, I'll just type in 500 and then I'll just create a parameter, just call it OFS and okay. So that's all 500 offset from this point. And then we place another point, use draw on world plan, set world plan. So use tab to pick this one, so this world plan. Okay, so vertical. So do it again, tab and pick. So and then place it. Now select this point and give it another 500. So now you can see this point will offset 500 from here. So but in the another direction. So for this one, we can just create another. Let's call it offset 2. Okay. So okay, and then we need to place another one, but this time it will be negative 500. So select this point. So we're going to create a new parameter. Let's call it offset to negative. Okay, so and click OK. Okay, go to family types. So we can just use a formula. So negative equals negative offset 2. So this will give us negative 500. And this is it. And then we can just connect. Let me think. Hang on. Do we need? Okay, so yeah, we can connect these points. Use draw spline through points, and another one, and another one. So once we have this model line, we can turn them into reference line, and then we can then create these. Okay, so we can just place a point, draw on face, place onto reference line, reference circle, draw on world plane, set world plane. Pick this one. I'll just place it maybe 30, something like that. So now we can select the profile and also the path, create a form. And if you're not happy with this corner, so we can. So let me just delete this form. We can also just do them individually. So you can tab, select individual reference line together with the profile, create one. So this way, you won't have those sharp corner. So let's just copy this one and select the point, pick new host, and do it again. CC, copy, and then pick new host. So this allows you. Oh, hang on. Yeah. So it will be fine if you already decide the size of this one. But if you're going to create a parameter for this, you need to have 2 profiles on each side. Otherwise, when you create this, when you change this one, you will have this one. It won't be like a sweep. It will become a what do we call this? So sometimes it will not work sometimes. Okay, so but for this exercise, I won't create a parameter for those. So I'll just do it this way. So now we have this triangular shape. So we can load this one into that into project. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Into that adaptive families. Into that adaptive family, and then we can place. Okay, so we need to see the reference line, otherwise we can't place, right? So we can't place onto, we can, but we don't want to place onto the form, the geometry. So let's HH this the main structure. So now let's have a look. So we let me just have a look. So because the first one, so you can see this, there are first little triangular shape at roughly level 1 height, and then go up at there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, three of them. So like half a level, so this is level 1, level 2, level 3, right? So what we are going to do is place a point, use draw on face, place onto this reference line. Now we can just use segment length, just give it 3 meters, because we know that the first level is 3 meters above ground floor level. So if you use 3 meter segment length, it will be at the level 1 height. And then we can just select let me think. Yeah, so this is level 3 meter 6, 9, so 4.5, 7.5. Yeah, so you can actually, yeah, you probably don't need unless you're going to make it parametric, so you wanted to control the number of these. I don't think it's necessary, because previously I think we can just create a reference line from this point and this point, and then create a reference line and use divided path, so we can control the number of this triangular shape. But for this exercise, we probably don't need that step, because we can just place this triangular shape, use draw on face and onto this. Oh, hang on. looks like the orientation of this one can be a little bit tricky. So it looks like, oh, that's fine. So that's fine. So we can, once we place it, we can rotate it by angle, so 90 degree. Oh, good. So then also select the point. If you select the point, you still have this, a measurement type, normalized curve parameter. So you can change this to segment length again. Type here 3 meter. So if we give you 3 meter, okay. And then once again, so CS. Sorry, we can't create a similar. So let's go to create and component, and do the same. Just place them. I'll just roughly place them. So and then we can select this point. Try to select the point and segment length. This will be 4.5 meter, and another one will be 6 meter, and another one will be a 7.5. Okay, so and that's all. And also if you don't, so imagine, actually it's not good. Actually, it's not good idea to use segment length, because when you change the height, if you change the height, you make it higher. All these stay in the same location. So if you want them to change together with the overall height, you can just use a normalized curve parameter. So if you change this back to normalized curve parameter, and with this, so this means 83.3% on this, so which means when you change the overall height, it will adjust accordingly. So let's go select all these points and change them back to normalized curved parameter. And then also let's just rotate all of them by 90 degrees. So, oh, good. And we can do the same on the other side, but I'll just skip this. Okay, so now we have the main frame, and we need to create these. So see these. So how can we do it quickly? So because we already have this one, so I'm thinking maybe we can go into this family. So we can hide this. We have this point. So maybe we can place some profile onto this point so we can use them. So let's do it. So reference. So actually, if we're going to create a profile and use them, so we need to use model line instead of reference line, because reference line is not visible. So model line, circle, draw on work plan, set work plan, pick the horizontal tab. So this one, okay, this work plan, and just draw a circle here. So I'm going to make it 30. And that's it. Do another one, model line, circle, draw on work plan, set work plan, tab, and place it. Type in 30, and that's 2. And then let's load this one into the family again. So override. Now if you zoom in, type WF wireframe, so we'll see there's a profile there. So let me change the scale so we can see it. Yeah, so that's the one. So now we have this one, and also we have the path. The path is mainly this one, but it looks, because it needs to stop. You can see if you look at here, it stop here. It's not all the way to the floor. It stop at level 1 level. So which means we need to create another one. So we can place a point, use draw on face and place onto this reference line. This time we're going to use segment length because we don't want to change the height when, even when we change the overall height. We want this point stay at 3 meters from this point. So we have this point, and control select this one. We can create another reference line, another spline through point, and make another reference line. So now this time, so you can see this is the one we need. So let's do another one. So this point, draw on face and change to segment length, type in 3 meter, and then control select this point, create spline through points, make it reference line. So now we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's select 1, 2, control select, and zoom in to here and tab, control select. Now we have selected one profile and 3 paths, we can create a form. So this is this. Okay, so now if I type HL hidden line, so you can see this is it. So we can do this another one. So select, control select, and also zoom in here. So you can use any of these. Okay, so this one or that one or that one. So zoom in, tab, control select, and create a form. So we have another one. Okay, so and the final bit, so you can do the same thing here on this side, so same, and you can also do them on this. So let me just quickly, I'll see if it works or not. So make sure, yeah, it works. So great. So you just manually place them onto this, and because it's by default it's using a normalized curve parameter, it's using like a percentage of, if you place it 0.1, it will always at this point like 10% of the overall width. If we move the point to 2, you will see this will adjust accordingly, right? So good. And then the last bit of this family is those diagonal ones. So this from here to here. So this is very simple in this method, because we can just create a new family. So this family will be an adaptive family as well. So we just need to place 2 points, makes them adaptive. Create a reference spline through points, make it reference line, place a point, use drawn face. And once again, if you want to make it parametric, you need 2 profile on 2 points and on each side. Okay, but if you like me don't want to make it parametric, just want to have a 30 mil radius tube, so that's it. You don't need to do anything. Okay, so now we can load this one into that family again, and then we can just use place on face. And also it's probably a good idea to use wireframe, because we don't want to place onto the geometry. So we want to, we want to place onto, that's fine. We can place onto, see these reference lines, we can place onto the endpoint. Use type SE, snap endpoint, tab, so that's the endpoint. So we can use that endpoint, and then we can also use the endpoint of this reference line to type SE, tab, that's it. So this will make sure when you move this point, so you can see when you move this point, it will always work. Okay, so it will follow the main structure. And that's quickly. So you can use any of the see here reference line, so to SE, and good, SE, tab, that's it. So that's another one. Now if I type HR to show the main structure, and then you can see that's everything we need. HL hidden line, maybe we need to add another one, so I'll change to wireframe again, WF, go to create component. I'll see if I can find something to snap onto. Looks like there's nothing there. Yeah, this can be a little bit tricky. Yes, there's no endpoint for me to snap, but yeah, let me think. Yeah, if that's the case, I'll just snap onto the, geometry, the face of the geometry. But yeah, it won't be. Yeah, it shouldn't be a big issue. So let me just snap onto this endpoint first, and then trying to just pick a nearest point somewhere here, and let me just type HL. I think that's probably okay, right? That's probably okay. So we can just do another one. So change it to wireframe first, WF, and create a component. And I'll just use snap endpoint. So, and then just roughly just place it to nearest, roughly here. And then type HL or SD. So And then yeah, I think that's it. So we just need to make sure if I move this point, everything follows. Okay, so all good. And this is it. So now you can just repeat all these and repeat all this and repeat all this, and that's an adaptive family. So if we load this one into that project, so let's have a look. Looks like I've loaded some, I think accidentally loaded some family into here. So but don't worry, just click on overwrite. And then okay, so let's go. I think probably we can't snap from 3D view. Maybe I'll just click on top and see if I can do it from here. Yeah, looks like once we click on the top, we can place. So now we just place one to here, and okay, it looks like we have some issue with the orientation. See this? But that's fine. I'll just first let's try to place some. Okay, so 3 of them. Let's go to 3D. We already in 3D view, that's fine. So I'll see if I can move this one, and then it won't follow. So it looks like it's not locked onto the grids, but I think we can still. Let's have a look. So go to side plan. I'll see if I can. Yeah, not quite sure. So I'll just do it again. Component, draw on face. Maybe it won't lock onto the grid. Yeah, that's fine. But if you can very easily, so for example, we need to adjust the size. So I'll increase this by 1 meter, and we can quite easily. I'll use align and align that point, so you can see it will adjust this. You can also just try to click on this point, and you can move it, or you can use MV. Select the point. You can use MV and move it by 1 meter, so you can do it this way. So it will adjust this. You can see this point stay where it was, and then it will adjust the width of this family. Okay, so now, and also because this is a parametric family, so if we edit type, there's a height, so you can change the height. For example, I'll change it to 10 meter, so you will see everything's okay. Looks like we have some issue here. I think it's it's because of this. When we create this sweep, we use a point with 3 meter level, so a segment length, and for this we used normalized curve parameter. So because we are using different methods, so that's why we have this issue. But yeah, so we just need to probably just pick one, use the same method. So yeah, that's not a big issue. I think everything's fine. And also yeah, you can do it in any like 3D views. You can adjust the width of them. You can even just do whatever, like just move this point, or you can even just make it, not vertical. Yeah, great. Okay, so the last thing. So see this. To be honest, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because we just when we created this family, we just do it randomly, so that's why it's like there's an angle. So I think I might just move this point, adaptive point, to align with that point and see what happens. Okay, so load this one back, overwrite, and yeah, that's it. See, we fix it. So yeah, so this is it. Adaptive family method. So it's quite. I think it's more flexible. It's easier to. It's probably similar. It's very similar, but it's more like parametric, because if it's model in place, to make it perfectly parametric, you need to do a lot of work. Like you need to constrain the arrays. You need to create a lot of reference plans maybe, but for adaptive family basically, so you can, there's a lot of like snap onto something and the snap onto percentage of age, so it's quite simple, right? So that's it. So I will upload these families so you can have a place and you can try to finish this family yourself. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.